All right, Jamie, I think we're back by popular demand.
Popular demand.
I mean, we were just catching up a few minutes, and
Renewed for season 2.
I guess, yeah, whatever, yeah. I mean, you bump into people, I bump into people. I was at a extended family get together recently, and I don't know, 2 or 3 people kept coming up to me, like, talking to me about bourbon videos.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why do they want to talk to me about bourbon? Like, oh, yeah, we used to do videos. And, oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
you've had similar experiences.
I have, yeah.
So for all you all who asked, here we are. We're making a comeback. So we're unretired from. I mean, let's be real. I mean, I haven't stopped drinking.
Yeah, I have not stopped that. I've been perfecting that art for a little bit. So,
well, today we did one of these a while back. I signed up for this. It's called Blind Barrels, and their shtick is they send you these because we don't always have the opportunity to do blinds with one another.
correct.
I try to talk Amanda into sometimes doing a blind pour, just for the fun of it. And I'm sure she would entertain, if we were to ask. But they send you these bottles, and they're just marked A, B, C, D, and it's got a little QR code on the back. So after we do some tasting, then we can scan that code. Hopefully, I think it worked last time.
It worked last time.
Okay, but I guess this one, and this I've had this one for a little bit. This is called Release 9, A League of Their Own. So I guess they're speaking about baseball. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm not gonna read all this.
Seems like a lot of words.
It is a lot of words. But anyway, so this is A, B, C, D. So I guess we just start with A?
Yep.
All right. They're all pretty similar in color, just looking at it.
They are, yeah. Kind of lighter.
I haven't practiced, my nose and tasting. That's different, though.
It is different. There's like a fruit to it, but it's not.
Sounds like it's like a juicy fruit gum or something.
It is. It's not what you think.
It
smells really good. I mean, the nose is pretty good on
it. Yeah, it's juicy fruit, but it also might be a little for me, it might be a little like a grape, maybe. All right, I'm going in. The front was real pleasant.
Is there a little bit of cinnamon? There's something there. There's a spice, or it is good. I mean,
now it kind of tastes like staying in the chewing gum family.
It is.
There's a little bit of Big Red going on, like the Big Red after you've chewed it for 5 chews, and the flavor is almost gone, which makes it sound like this tastes bad. But from a whiskey standpoint, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's not overpowering at all.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me like if you had Fireball on ice and it got kind of diluted.
Right.
I think that the Fireball taste, I don't hate it, but it's so strong and in your face.
It's usually a bucket of bad decisions. Is what it feels like.
Yeah, this might be as well. But I don't know.
And what's to me the taste is all up front. The time it kind of hits the back of your throat, it kind of is gone.
Yeah, it's almost like when you have a strong, not the taste, but the mouth feel, like when you do Listerine.
Yeah.
Not the taste at all.
Right.
But just have the tingle, the kind of, say, burn a little bit. Feel like maybe I'm taking care of my gingivitis when drinking this one. All right. I like this one.
I do too. It's pretty good. That is, it's not overpowering. Even if you weren't a bourbon fan, you would probably enjoy this.
Well, in fairness, I don't know. I think the rest of it is,
right.
They're not all bourbons.
That's right.
So I'm going to say that's probably not bourbon.
I would say it's probably not. It's probably pretty young.
Yeah, I'm guessing sub 2 years.
Yeah. But it's really pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one.
You could actually drink that for a novice without having to mix it with much of anything.
Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Maybe an ice cube or two, and you're good to go. I mean, to me, it's a good entry whiskey, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Move on to the next one. This is B. I think they're throwing some Irish in here. Have you done a lot with Irish whiskey?
Just your Jamesons and then McCabe's.
Yeah.
Hard Truth.
I mean, the red breast is good. If you ever have that, maybe we'll get that one time. But Tullamore Dew is another good one.
Yeah.
The thing about Irish whiskey, I mean, it's fine, but there are less. The thing I like about bourbon is there are rules.
You're right. They're very. Yeah.
And I know Scotch has those rules too. I just don't like Piedmont's.
That's it.
But you know, but to me, this gives me almost like I would think this is not a bourbon.
No, the nose is weaker. You're really trying to pull stuff out.
And I would say there's a little bit more earthiness to this one.
Yeah.
Which is also pulling me more toward an Irish whiskey or maybe even a Scotch. I don't know. But it doesn't have the peatiness, but it does have a little bit of earthiness.
Yeah.
Again, it's color-wise, these are all almost
very, very similar,
identical in color. I got a little bit of butter on the front. Ooh, to me, the end of it finishes.
It starts better than it ends. Yeah, the butter, almost the butterscotches on the tongue early, and then time it hits, but it's short-lived. Because you hit ethanol pretty quick, and it's not awesome.
You do, and then in the back, it's a real bitter,
almost medicine-y.
Yeah.
I mean, you're almost
like cough syrup without the cherry flavor or something.
Yeah. This is not something a novice would think that I would just sit around and drink on.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. I wouldn't buy it. All right. So that's B.
And it is a little, I don't know what the proof is between these two, but B was definitely hotter than A.
I would guess A is probably in the 90-ish proof. I would guess B is 100, maybe a little, like maybe a 105 would be my guess.
Yeah.
It drinks hotter for sure.
Yeah.
All right, on to C. Gosh, these are confusing to me.
Yeah, that was
It's kind of fun though because this is why I like the blinds, especially when I have no friggin' idea what it is.
Yeah.
Because it kind of like I think it sharpens my whiskey drinking skills.
Yeah, that's what. To me, this is this smells like as you open the door to a Mexican restaurant and you're just inside the door. It's kind of what I get.
Like you smell the beans, the cheese, a little bit of salsa,
which is odd. I'm assuming that's not what's in this.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's in it. I mean, can you make whiskey from beans? I don't know.
We can try.
You can make probably alcohol.
But the nose isn't real strong. I mean, it's just.
I mean, there's almost like a cilantro note.
It is.
A little bit like some pico de gallo. These things are throwing me off big time. It's kind of boring.
I was gonna say there's not a ton of taste there.
No, and it's pretty flat.
It's pretty flat.
The flavor lingers, but there's just not much to it.
No.
And I to your earlier point, I gotta believe this is just a young whiskey.
Has to be. I mean, there's not much development in this at all.
No. It's not bad. Again, I think this is like A. This would be 1. It's got a little bit more bite, so I'm gonna guess this one's a little bit higher proof.
I can't see this being a bourbon either.
No, none of these are bourbons.
I mean, so far.
I would be surprised if any of these are bourbons.
I mean, it goes down fairly smooth just because there's not much to it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
of the 3 so far, I'm still leaning toward A. Like I would buy A.
A was pretty good, pretty surprising.
And that's kind of the cool thing about this blind bourbon. They sell bottles too, so I mean, it used to be hard to like order something online, but it's becoming more and more easier depending on where you live, of course. But yeah, that was okay. All right, number 4, D, and then we'll do some reveal. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're throwing me off here. I can almost this is going to be wrong, but it's almost like A and C are like the same distillery, and
Yeah.
B and D. Like the noses are so similar. I don't know.
There's not a ton there. I mean, you're not pulling out the typicals that we pull out.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing for something, and I don't know.
There's not much there.
There's not much there. I'm just gonna taste, and maybe that'll help clear up my nose.
A little more heat to it, but it's not strong heat at all. And there's not an overwhelming note of taste that comes out.
Yeah, it's like a one-noter, and I don't hate this one.
I don't hate it. No.
Again, I think this is probably, I would say, 96 proof, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say 95, but I think that's about right.
I think it's sub 100. I think it's north of 90.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of, I mean, it does have a little bit of the ethanol taste to it.
And it's weird because the heat is not right on the tongue. It's about midway, so it's kind of it spikes and it drops. So it's an odd taste profile.
All right, I am perplexed, and now I'm really curious. So we should dive in and see what these things are. So hopefully my handy phone will deliver the results here. Let's see. So scan the code. All right, League of Their Own. Yes, I'm 21. Like that works, you know. I don't want your email. All right, click to reveal sample A. All right, so this is distillery is called Ironton Distillery, Ironton, and it's in Denver, and it's American straight malt whiskey. I haven't done a lot of malt, so
that was pretty good.
It's pretty good. Let's see, 43% ABV, so that's 96 proof. We were off a little. 2-year-old, we were pretty good there. Mash bill, 100% locally grown and malted barley. They say the aroma notes are floral, pear, blossom, bright fruits. I think we were on the money there. Plum, papaya. Tasting notes, light roasted coffee. I didn't really get that. No. Rich mocha, dried apricots. Didn't really get that either. All right, so again, that's Ironton, and I'll put all the details to all these in the notes with the show. Sample B, we did not like. This is Leiper's Fork, Leiper apostrophe S distillery in Franklin, Tennessee. Bottled in Bond straight bourbon.
Would not have guessed
Come on, can't be right. I'm gonna.
Would not have guessed that.
You want to try that again? I don't know. Guess I still have a little bit in here. I don't like.
I just don't get the nose of a bourbon.
Well, I mean, so I'm reading on here. It says, fun fact, Leiper's Fork uses a pot still to make their whiskey in a pre-prohibition style, self-describing their methods as purposely efficient. It's right on the money. We thought 100 proof.
Yeah.
It is a 4-year. Mash is 70 corn, 15 wheat, 15 malted barley. Man, I did not think that was a bourbon at all. But even after they told me, but you know what it does kind of remind me of? I still have the bottle up there, the Willet bottle.
Oh, well, I'll still. That is true. Yeah.
It does kind of remind me of that.
Just kind of lame.
All right. I mean, it was better the second time, but I still don't like it. All right, C. So this is Bull Run Distilling Company from Portland, Oregon.
Interesting.
Also a cask strength. What? Straight bourbon, 114 proof. 4-year-old. Mash is 75 corn, 21 rye, 4 malted barley. I did not even think that was a bourbon either.
I did not. The 21 rye may explain a little bit of the secondary heat.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have guessed that was
a bourbon. I mean, what we were supposed to smell.
A touch of
caramel corn, touch of cayenne, vibrant white grapes, a nice herbaceous. There's cloves, sweet tarts. I didn't get a lot of those. Tasting notes. Spicy, French roast, raisin bran, soft vanilla.
Interesting.
It was okay though. I didn't.
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
But again, surprised that that's a bourbon, and it's a 4-year bourbon, and it was 114 proof. Did not drink the proof.
No.
Okay. And then finally, sample D is, oh, nice.
Buzzard Roost.
Son of a bitch. Sorry, folks.
I mean, I see that out.
I've had Buzzard's Roost.
Have you?
I think maybe
we may have had it here.
I don't know if we did a video on it, but it's and this is their toasted barrel straight rye whiskey. I actually know the most about this one, but it's 105 proof, 4-year, mash bill 95 rye, 5 malted barley. They're like this craft distiller, and it's on Whiskey Row, right in the main drag in downtown Louisville. They have a small little venue, tasting room. But I believe they have a partnership with Bardstown.
Okay.
And I could be misrepresenting it a little bit, but I think I'm pretty close. But they get barrels from like Bardstown.
Yeah.
And then they will, in some cases, redistill them, and in other cases, or maybe in addition to, they'll do a secondary like aging process in a barrel, like a toasted barrel.
Yeah.
So it's more like a finishing thing.
Interesting.
I've really been happy with her.
Yeah.
The products I've had from there. So anyway, there you go.
Big fan of A.
Big fan of A.
The rest of them weren't terrible.
They weren't terrible. I wasn't a huge fan of B.
Yeah.
C was okay. Yeah, I
A would
a little experiment.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was really good. The fruitiness of A was surprising, and I've not done much with malt whiskey.
Nor have I. And I've heard it's like the new rage, but there's so many bourbons, and I'm such a fan of bourbon.
Yeah.
And I like rye, but
I'm on a mission to taste them all. So
it's a bold mission. So all right. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning back in, and thanks for all of those of you who encouraged and twisted Jamie and my arm to do this again. You didn't have to twist very hard, but we'll be back again here real soon.
All right. Take care.